So your mind won't stop racing, so you gotta find the right meds to shut it down, huh? Have you ever heard of a real human being? So I'm pretty sure their mind won't stop racing either. When you can't sit still for 8 hours a day and listen to someone you don't respect, apparently you've got a mental illness. And that right there is a screwed up world. If your mind is racing, race it. Move your body. Go do something that actually interests you. Talk to someone whose brain is turned on, because then you'll realize your mind isn't racing. Your mind just works how it's supposed to. Don't go mindlessly searching for the magic pill without a real reason why.
All right. Are we recording? Hello. I've noticed that lock-ins have lockouts. You know, we've been through this polarity of life. Actually, no, this is just inspired by a reel that I saw, and the sound from the beginning of this video was from that reel. It's almost that time of the year where I'm able to walk outside and sit under a tree and talk to my mic. Not quite yet. So for now, we're dealing with what we have. I'm warm and cozy and ready to explore the topic of mental health, mental breakdowns, mental burnouts, generally anxiety. This has been the main topic of my channel, I feel like, because mostly everything that I've done was induced by anxiety. I have made so many videos about it, there's nothing new to really explore. You know when you lock out of your lock-in and you feel like, nah, mental health is getting bad again. Then my base side of the brain is like, Yelizaveta Bashkova, do you realize who you are? The things that I've been through. If I go to a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, whoever explores, studies, and diagnoses mystical states of consciousness, I'm 300% sure I would have left with at least 3 diagnosed names to what's going on with me. I'm not saying the neurodivergent, unique, created. I would have been diagnosed with something that's more, on the depression, anxiety. I don't even know these names. But, all of these like, oh, you can't sleep at night? Let's talk about this. What happened in your child? I've been to a therapist 3 times. You feel so hopeless at some point that you go to someone and you give up your control. You're deliberately like, now is the moment that I literally don't know what to do with this. This is killing me. Like, I am not in control of my mind to the point where I need you to save me. It's been one of the most anxiety-inducing things that I've done to soothe my anxiety. It's very similar to a person who's not in control of their hunger. They're basically saying, food is stronger than me. This craving is stronger than me. Imagine losing to food. Same thing with racing thoughts. But it's worse because we normalized identifying with thoughts so much that it's not even an idea in our mind that, oh, maybe there's nothing wrong with me. It's just I'm too identified with my thoughts right now. That's why I feel so out of tune or locked out. Unaligned, uninspired, I don't even know what I'm doing, all these things. Depression happens when you hate your life. I'm usually melancholic. My normal state is chill. It's like very, I'm not energetic. Even though when I talk to people, usually it can come across as like so out there and so like, ooh, jittery. But it depends. I'm still exploring like the box that I need to put my character in. I can't really find that place just yet. Calmer side still. I prefer to not talk, but it looks everything that I put on the internet looks like just me talking, so it's hard to tell. So your thoughts are telling you that your dreams are unreachable. Your thoughts are telling you that the quality of friends that you have around you, or the type of environment, or the house that you live in, or the future that is kind of shaping in front of you is all that you're worth. And there is no point in looking for something better, or that you don't deserve to be healthy or look good. And as I said, because the noise isn't noise, because you're not aware that this is not you, you start hating yourself because you think that this is you. So that's where depression comes from. You consistently hate yourself. And while hating yourself, it's easier and it's more comforting for like the momentary to soothe yourself from this constant discomfort of self-deprecation. Safer to make choices that align with this idea that I hate myself, that my life is miserable. So you wake up in the morning and you consistently make choices around this consistent idea of hating yourself. Depression. That's what it is. So that's why it's not real. because your thoughts that led to it is not your actual identity. It's misinterpreted flags and misinterpreted directions to where you should have gone. And another thought is telling you, yeah, this direction is appealing, but I don't have the tools and the qualities and whatever it takes right now to take the opportunity. Another thought is telling you, I will never have these qualities. I shouldn't even go there. Another thought is telling you, I have nothing to lose because I've never been exposed to nothing of this sort. If I go, I go and something happens. If I don't go, nothing happens. Let's maybe go. You know, you have a lot of different choices that sprout from this one thought. And we call it racing thoughts. We call it anxiety. Anxiety attack is essentially like you just being so flooded with the weight of your thoughts that you're just sat in your chair. And you know when like you're going so fast in a roller coaster and you're like super high up and you're going down and the speed of air just flushes in your eyes so much. You're just like sat in the chair like this. Like the speed and the weight of your thoughts does that to you. Like you're just sat wherever you're sat and it kind of stops you in life until the fall is over, until you're on the ground and you're like, whoa, it was traumatic. And then you begin dealing with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know how a tangerine is portioned to be like eaten like this, like little tiny bits of a tangerine? You should have used these thoughts as they came in little portions and eating it like a tangerine. Like just, yeah, this thought, let's deal with this. Let's take this, let's create on this. I'm inspired to make this video, let's make this video. I'm inspired to try this new makeup look, let's try this new makeup look. I'm inspired to talk to this person, let's talk to this person. Instead of that, you just piled it up and created something that inspired trauma because you fell so hard. And it exhausted you, and it came with a bunch of different symptoms. So you come to the doctor and they're like, whoa. So it's called this, and that. You need to take this, and this pill to suit the symptoms. Because, you know, the reason is deeper. The reason is hidden in your subconscious. And we're going to be talking about this in our therapy further. What happened in your childhood and how you interacted with the people throughout your life and what your parents been telling you and like, you know, creating an identity around who you are. We're going to explore this further, but for now we need to control the symptoms. So let's take care of this. And you're sat there with this feeling that something is so wrong with you. Was you, your identity, which was your thoughts, not your identity. Your identity was so bad. And it's like, why me? Why was I chosen to be this person who experiences this heaviness? Like, what's wrong with my head to create this weight, to slow me down, to like make me fall so hard? Because you're identified with it, and that's not you. It's your choices that you can judge, if anything. You're just sat there and judging yourself further and hating yourself further for falling so hard. It's having thoughts is normal. That's what I'm trying to say. It's taking action in the right timing is what's going to determine if they're going to pile up or not. That was the wisdom of today. The thoughts piling up will happen no matter how locked in or locked out you are, no matter how experienced you are in controlling them and choosing them and acting on them in the right time. Things pile up because you're constantly evolving, and it's not as dualistic as it seems. I feel like there's non-duality and duality. It's so much deeper than that. Like the cells of the human experience are separated very quickly. Like there's too many dualities. You know what I mean? Too fast for us to be like, you passed the test or you didn't pass the test. There's multiple tests in one test. It's difficult to say if you passed it or not. So it's not going to be a yes or no all the time. It's not going to be so easy all the time. Like you won't be able to tell if the weight of your thoughts is too heavy for you to sit back and relax right now or to act right now. It's more complex than that. That's why you have to pray and consistently take care of your nervous system and consistently follow a routine. Consistency is the key here. In the last video, I explicitly expressed how I believe that atheism is super irrational. Because your moral compass, even if it is there, is subjective. Even if it is objective, which it isn't, it's inconsistent. Your morality is always inconsistent and ever changing. You need to have a discipline is having a consistent routine that doesn't change and is backed up by something universal. If it's sprinkled with community, perfect. That's an ideology. And if you don't have that structure that holds your sense of safety together, it's going to be so much more difficult to understand complexity of your thoughts, and sometimes neglect the weight of your thoughts. Sometimes completely disregard their existence, because thoughts do not define you. What comes into your mind doesn't define who you are. You know, you don't have to act on them at all. You can just literally stare at a wall and it's going to be enough. Whatever it takes for you to be present and enjoy and be is what you should be doing. Whatever is natural will come to you. And what's natural is never forced. What's natural is never a burden. Even a burden isn't actually a burden because it's natural. If you allow it, it becomes natural, and that burden isn't burdening you anymore. Sit in the pain. Marathon runners tell you to go through it, you have to feel the pain. Why don't you let the pain be felt? Whenever we feel pain, we want to experience it. Even if we heard the phrase experience the pain, like feel it fully, we want in our mind to experience it and leave it in the past. And like, okay, this chapter is unlocked, let's move further. No, move with the pain. You're forgetting that you're constantly moving. While you're feeling this pain, while you're dealing with the weight of your thoughts and trying to disidentify, you're moving forward. Move with this pain and be consistent in your actions with this pain. Don't expect it to go away. It's still running from it. Taking action to soothe your anxiety is running away from your anxiety. Treat it like a guest. Be welcoming. Like, yo, come in. Teach me whatever you need to teach me. I'm moving with you, not running away from you, because you're a part of me for now. Still highlighting, not me, a part of me for now. I'm running with you. And when I get faster than you, you're going to leave. There's going to be room for something else. And you don't know what that something else is, but you're more equipped to deal with this something else because you've been through this chapter, Every burden becomes like very stoic. It's like, let me move with this. It's genuinely like you're always a little bit stoned on life. In the most sober, organic, supersonic, divine, peaceful way. You're like, yeah, it's happening right now. God bless, It is what it is. Yep, another test passed. I really am that wise. And you're just so peaceful in it all the time. While it definitely can look like a crash out, it definitely can look like a lot of crying. It definitely can look like a lot of exhaustion. But only God and you know what's actually going on. So don't even worry about it. The noise is okay. The noise is actually okay. Just make sure that the one who's listening to the noise is aware that the noise isn't you. And also create your mind to be such a wonderful, fruitful garden that it produces thoughts that you enjoy, and that's just like the gym. You have to make the abs of your mental architecture more defined in order for you to like your mental physique, More reps, more consistency, more discipline, and that's it. This was weird. I don't know why I ended it like that. I just noticed more ab definition today in the gym and I was happy to see that. That's why.